Hey there everyone, that sexy nerd is back again! And we are here with one of my favorite Avengers movies. I know I said that about Infinity War, but again, Endgame is just too good. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find my Captain America shirt because you know which is my favorite moment. But I did promise you I'd bring Thor's hammer. Yeah, got this at a Comic-Con. You know, love best $45 I ever spent. Even though I think the hilt is a little too long, I could have had a better one. Actually, I think it was $35, and the other one was $45, and I was being a cheap ass at the time. I guess I should have spent the damn $45. But yeah, I love this movie. They had obviously like amazing moments. They obviously undid everything that happened in Infinity War at the end of the day, and we got to see Thanos snapped. But I don't know, apparently people think that's disappointing. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Actually, I remember people complaining a lot when this movie came out because it was a lot to do with a certain Miss Captain Marvel. Brie Larson kind of had some bad interviews up to Endgame. Especially, she even argued with some of the people, like they were clearly annoyed with her. Don Cheadle, and even though Chris Hemsworth, she seemed to get into it with Chris Hemsworth, he kind of like laughed everything off and kind of won the whole argument. I remember there was a lot of animosity between them, and that's why I guess Brie Larson hasn't been in a lot of projects. I know she was in the Marvels, but she was with other girls. And again, I've never seen that movie, so I wish I could. I again, you want me to watch in the comments? Let me know. Now, again, I want to hear his opinion on this. I want to see what he says, and everybody's usually like the finale's the best thing, but especially lately, finales have not been well received. Looking at you, Game of Thrones. Obviously, we're still pretty sore about that shit. Here's hoping House of the Dragon has a better conclusion. It should. Let's not get into that. Boy, oh boy, you'll never get me to shut up on that. But anyway, yeah. Let's just get into the episode because honestly, I want to finish off these movies. So please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. I remember, it's time for my Patreon for my latest reactions to my latest videos. And let's do this thing, y'all. I'm Thor, son of Odin, or I'm Captain America.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't have to. Let's finish up Avengers month with the big one. The grand finale, the highest grossing movie of all time until James Cameron came along and does what he does best. Yeah. Copy and paste is copy and paste.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Avengers film everybody says is the best, so of course I have to say, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. What do you mean? You have to say. Shut up.
I've said this a few times in the past, but Avengers Endgame is one of the greatest finales as epic cinema goes. But I truly do mean finale. While the third act of the movie is basically flawless, the rest of the film is still very good, but there are several scenes that could have been trimmed down or reworked. There's some character moments, some pacing issues, some plot points that feel slightly unsatisfying. But that basically disappears not only from the years of chemistry built up from these productions, but as a big finish that, for the most part, delivers the drama, adrenaline, and literal earth-shattering scale these franchises were amounting to. So, how can I be so nitpicky but also hugely complimentary at the same time? Well, let's snap ourselves back in and find out.
There it is. Oh, no, actually the hilt is just fine. Ha!
Former finale. I'm really digging a hole for myself if it turns out these movies are amazing. Let's end Avengers month with Avengers Endgame.
They probably will be amazing, just to spite you.
Okay, hold on. Don't shoot.
My God,
this is interesting.
Was so effective it blipped away the opening logos. Actually, we get to see Hawkeye, who I'm just now realizing was not in Infinity War.
How did you... What?
Christmas special to make up for that.
Yeah.
His family just before the big snap happens.
No, they did this with the movie. Oh, God, this was fucked up. Wow.
Lousy dust bunnies. Let me dirt devil that. Anyway, Violet, where are you? Stark and Nebula on the verge of death, trying to get back to Earth. One of the things I like about these movies is there's so many unique characters that just pairing up two you wouldn't usually see together can be entertaining enough.
Yeah, right?
And
and you've won. Congratulations. Fair game.
It was fun.
Oh,
Preferred musical time bombs, though.
music. What?
If you find this recording, don't post it.
I tried your goop diet and it gave me this weird AI-ish body. Don't go public with it.
Oh, it looks fine.
Stark is at the front of death's door. Whoa, the light at the end of the tunnel already? I thought I'd get at least 3 hours of this 18-hour flick. So being saved by Captain Marvel.
That what we needed was a pseudo armor around the world. Remember that? Whether it impacted our precious freedoms or not. That's what we needed.
I have to say, watching these movies back to back, it is impressive how this final one ties in all the Avengers films together.
It does, yeah.
As Stark even says, I told you Ultron would have been a better plan. He at least would have killed all of us.
I mean,
To
yeah.
hide.
Hey, Cap, funny timing, but can I have that back?
Thanos is there. He used the stones again.
I love through all of this, Thor is keeping quiet,
Yeah.
holding his
He's
failure
pissed.
close, seeing how he was the one that had the weapon that could defeat Thanos. The only time he talks is when they decide if they know Captain Marvel enough to bring her along for the mission.
I like this one.
Well, it is one of the few times she actually emotes in the movie. Again, I love this series because lines like this are surprisingly practical.
Okay, who here hasn't been to space?
Well,
Machine asking why as if to say, yeah, why haven't we yet in these movies?
that's actually funny.
They make it to the planet where Thanos is hiding, where they give what I like to call a hello from a Disney contract.
Ah, kick their asses.
And he
Yeah.
feels he destroyed the Infinity Stones.
He used the stones to destroy the stones.
Best I can do is a gauntlet with no stones. Thor finally confronts his quiet anger in a peacefully mature way.
You seem to be a calm and reasonable person. Are you a calm and reasonable person?
You know, I got the Thor's hammer here, so I'm going to imitate as many Thors as I know. Yeah!
Now question him!
What did you do?
Who wants shawarma?
Yeah, right? Jesus. Kitty, 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 kitty! Well, I'm going to be at this video for a while.
Cut to 5 years later, which is a ballsy move for a film where time travel doesn't erase these 5 years. However, there is an issue. In terms of when these movies came out, we've had a year and 2 other films to let the weight of this sink in. So, I have to be honest, I really thought watching these films back to back would make me appreciate this more, as I didn't have to wait as long in between movies, and I could get into the emotions of these characters living with this for so long. But I'm sorry, even though these scenes are good, I always want to fast forward them. It's not that I'm against showing
Yes.
emotion, it's that I think the Russo brothers did this better than they give themselves credit for.
What?
Just seeing this world with half the people in it is effective. Seeing how people just look at each other is effective. I would have loved it if, after these establishing shots, it cuts to Ant-Man coming back, seeing the memorial, and then goes to Captain America walking out of a group meeting to talk to Black Widow, who finished her team meeting. Like they always say in film, show, don't tell. But we spent 10 minutes in a 3-hour movie hearing the conversations at the group meeting, hearing the conversations among the heroes, hearing the conversations between the Captain and Black Widow, in a film that already has, for all the great action in it, a lot of talking.
Okay, first of all, you're never happy with any goddamn thing. And, didn't you know the Russo brothers had to get their cameo out of the way? Duh! Ow.
Where are you?
Mexico. The federales found a room full of bodies.
He cried as they were serving the salads. I cried just before dessert.
If I move on, who does this?
Maybe it doesn't need to be done.
I used to have nothing. And then I got this.
Fun. Again, I'm not going to say any of these scenes on their own are bad, but where a lot of people say this is like Return of the King, which had too many endings, in my opinion, this
too
has
many
too
openings?
many beginnings. As I mentioned earlier, Ant-Man returns from the quantum realm from his last movie. Is that Ken Jeong?
Yes.
who finds our heroes and discusses how time moves differently being sent to the quantum realm, so maybe they can utilize that to time travel and change things.
I was in a place called the Quantum Realm.
Sorry, that must have been a very long 5 years.
It wasn't. For me, it was 5 hours.
So that's why you never age. Not every long movie is unneeded.
True.
Like seeing Iron Man with the family he now has with Pepper moves smoothly and do a good job combining it with the plot. It still feels like things are moving forward and not coming to a standstill.
It's fine, actually. Mom never wears anything I buy her.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Surprisingly believable role reversal.
You know who you are.
So where the captain is always optimistic, so he feels like this mad scientist stuff couldn't work. But Stark has made things worse so many times with similar ideas that he's afraid to try it.
I believe the most likely outcome will be our collective demise.
Not if we strictly follow the rules of time travel.
Even if we don't follow those, which we spectacularly don't, it still doesn't affect anything. Stark comes around to the idea when he figures out how to pull it off, and again, this scene between him and Pepper is so good because you could replace time travel with taking a risky new job that could affect him and his family, and it would reflect the exact same emotions.
Okay.
Got really lucky.
I know.
I mean, Tom Cruise was supposed to get this role. I could be doing Shaggy Dog 3 right now.
Again, if you're gonna have Tom Cruise ever play Iron Man, we all know who we want him to play. We need him to play Superior Iron Man. He could totally do that. If I just don't know if the guy's capable of growing facial hair. Or at least real looking facial hair. Yeah.
I can put a pin in it right now. Let's stop.
Trying to get you to stop has been one of the few failures of my entire life.
Oh, please.
This naturally is building up to the death of a classic Avenger, Hulk.
I'm kidding. I know, it's crazy.
I hate this Hulk.
I know.
He found a way to merge with his alter ego, which, if this was
I
his
like
finale, okay, he deserves a happy ending, even if it is a little corny.
But
because they keep going, all I can see this as is the beginning of Hulk's just a big green weird guy. Isn't that funny?
Hulk out. Bruce. Damn.
Play that again. We cannot forget we did this.
Damn.
That was like 3 She-Hulk twerks in one syllable. This started there!
yes, you see how again, I don't mind the twerking. What is wrong with you fuckers? Are you guys all mad at women or something? It is crazy. I enjoyed the hell out of twerking. God damn. And not only that, I know I've never finished the damn show, whatever, but from what I saw, I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. And also, I don't hate this whole Hulk thing. I feel like they could still pull something off with it. I feel like they can. They could even make it like Grey Hulk or something like that, and they could give him or they can give him new personalities. Oh, whatever they're gonna do with him in Brand New Day is gonna be pretty interesting. Come on, there's still things you could do with the Hulk.
But okay, I guess you could argue they need a joke character to lighten up all the heavy moments, so obviously it makes sense to ruin our character with Fat Thor.
Yeah.
Again.
What?
Thunder? Listen, buddy, if you don't log off this game immediately, I'm gonna rip off your arms and shove them up your butt.
I hate Fat Thor.
Why?
And I know what you're gonna say, but it's from the comics. Why does that make something instantly good? Batman had a bat ape in the comics. That doesn't mean he belongs next to Robert Pattinson.
There might be a chance we could fix
Wow,
everything.
can't believe that was just said.
This has been driving me bananas for weeks.
And look, I get the idea. He killed Thanos, now he's lost and doesn't know what to do with himself, but later we see Hawkeye killing enemy after enemy, hoping it'll fill the void of what he's lost. I think these two should have been switched.
No. I mean, again, this guy does not read comics. The Ronin thing was a real thing in the comics, just like Fat Thor, okay? They're just literally walking off and everything. And also, why the frickety fuck would this situation call for that? Because you know what if Thor was going to be going on that kind of journey, and I don't know that much about it, but unworthy Thor. That does not fit the tone of this movie. Okay, I guess you could, but you'd have to make a Thor movie all on your own. You'd have to make it like, Thor going on his own journey. And this is an Avengers movie, dude. You don't know the storytelling. You don't know the story well enough. It's crazy. I love my hammer.
Thor killed his enemy, but it's still empty, so he kills more because he hopes that'll balance him out. And maybe Hawkeye, okay, doesn't become a fat loser because, again, that is stupid. But maybe have him drunk and brooding alone, and Black Widow has to sober him up. I feel like that would be more touching and match the characters a lot better. And again, these cinematic therapy sessions go on forever.
He won't see you. We only see him once a month when he comes in for supplies.
Like Thanos.
Say that name.
Don't just say that. I get it. You're in a rough spot. Okay, I've been there myself. And you want to know who helped me out of it?
Natasha.
Maybe it's you.
I know you think I'm down there wallowing in my own self-pity, waiting to be rescued and saved, but I'm fine.
Oh, you feel lost. That's new. Crying. There's some we haven't seen in this movie yet. Christ, even his fat suit looks like the Santa Claus is about to peel off his skin like that Jason Momoa commercial. I'm sorry. I just don't get into this. There are still, however, some great moments, most of them between Rogers and Stark. Through their conversations have truly shown how far they've come as characters. Again, it's a great thing to watch as these movies progress.
Turns out resentment is corrosive, and I hate it.
Me too.
Aw. Yeah!
Thank you, Tony.
Hell yeah!
I don't know. Make Ant-Man a baby or something.
Time travel!
Let me get
Yeah!
baby.
Even Stark said that line, like, yeah, that's quick levity they're throwing at this timestamp. They all agreed to build the time machine.
Inside there, Lebowski.
We're in the parallel universe where I guess both these Jeff Bridges exist. And I'll admit, Don Cheadle hasn't really left that huge an impression on me in these movies, but he might have my favorite moment in this.
He has funny lines.
Find baby Thanos, you know, and
I went from not caring about his character at all to instantly wanting him to have his own movie. They tried their best to explain their, let's just call it complete time travel bullshit that doesn't make sense, but they try to pretend it makes sense.
I mean, again, this is why, like, being a non-fan is ridiculous, you know? I mean, to me, War Machine has, like, honestly had really compelling stories. I mean, look at Civil War when he got freaking injured. It definitely not only did he leave an impression on the audience, but he left an impression on the characters as well. I mean, especially Tony, but still, everybody was regretful about what happened.
Changing the past doesn't change the future.
Star Trek, Terminator, Time Cop.
If you travel to the past, that past becomes your future. And your former present
becomes the past.
Which can't now be changed by your new future.
I still don't know if they're calling out other time travel movies acting like their logic is legit superior.
I don't think so, because time travel kind of works like that in the Marvel comics as well, you know? Take Days of Future Past. Remember how that ended? Like, you know, Rachel Summers went to the past to try and warn. It didn't change shit. It just changed that present. Like, kind of like Dragon Ball, honestly. Wow. Did they rip off Dragon Ball Z to fucking make this story? I mean, it's not the first thing that Hollywood has ripped off Dragon Ball for.
Or if they're just shrugging like, yeah, we know it doesn't make sense like all these other movies we're referencing. We're just having fun with it like they are.
Okay.
Either way, it's best not to take it too seriously, because by God, they've done enough of that.
Oh, please.
No, wait, maybe we haven't. As for a test run, Hawkeye travels back to when his family was alive. But he can't interact with them, as that would alter the future.
Not that. He just never gets to. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, we don't need this. We saw him as Green Emo. We know he misses his family.
Dad?
That was weird. What was I doing before I was distracted? Oh yeah, turning off the gas. But okay, you may think I'm beating up on this film too much.
Yes, you are.
Every single time it starts to get a little boring, they know when to punch it up to keep you interested.
Okay.
They may spend a little too long explaining the time travel stuff, but they finally get around to doing it just as you were like, damn, I was gonna step out to put more butter on my Skittles. Don't try that. You yourself may time travel.
I was never going to try that anyway. Ugh. Sounds gross. Butter on
Pair
Skittles.
the different aspect ratio.
All of our assignments. 2 stones uptown, 1 stone down.
So I will say, as much as I have and will talk about things I don't care about in terms of using time travel and other versions of characters and
This is
such,
pretty good.
I do understand there's probably no other way to make the story work. You probably are going to need other versions of characters and force limitations so things aren't too easy. It's just something you have to accept with both time travel stories and comic book stories. And
So
yes, again, it's not a bad way to link all the Avengers movies together.
Yeah.
With all that said, some of this just doesn't work.
What?
Like, Thor does this mission to bring back humanity drunk. Drunk.
The wine cellar is just down here.
Aren't you drunk enough already?
He
God
wasn't that drunk.
Damn, I hate that Thor. Hell, even in the stupid setup, you could have him stop drinking and maybe he's getting a relapse or the shakes and his mother helps him out through it. There's still something you can do with this. But him going on this mission drunk? Did they see Iron Man 2 and we're like, oh yeah, people like what we do with Tony there, let's do it with Thor now.
The measure of a person, of a hero, is how well they succeed at being who they are.
The talk with his mother is okay, and yes, the captain getting the Tesseract by saying Hail Hydra and then fighting himself is pretty
It was
damn
awesome.
sweet.
That is America's ass.
Yes, it
I
is.
thought that was Jared Leto. But here's what I realized. Watching it again, I thought Rogers and Stark going back further to see Carter and Stark's father almost felt unneeded.
You new here?
Not exactly.
Excuse me, you look like America's ass? But these
Well.
scenes are actually really good.
I know.
And complement their finales.
It's great.
Truthfully, it's the stuff in New York that's not needed.
What?
I mean, the mission fails. They don't get what they're looking for, so they have to go back further.
But it's
So
also
it just
cool.
feels like a time waster.
Excuse me, are you ignoring... Okay. I think he's ignoring Hulk talking to the Ancient One because she was instrumental in them finding a freaking solution to freaking use the Infinity Stones to freaking beat Thanos! The fuck?
Now, don't get me wrong, it's a cool time waster, but everything here you could do another way.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, you can have Hulk go and get the stones needed and even have him encounter the Ancient One, though I don't think you really needed that conversation between the two of them about returning everything. I mean, they could just figure that out on themselves.
No, they couldn't!
And the stuff with Loki, you can just have his own show explain why he's back. You don't need his series to interrupt this film, this very, very long film.
Oh,
Maybe just have
please.
Captain America and Iron Man go back to this time, which, okay, yeah, you'd have to miss the Captain versus Captain fight, but A, it's not really essential to the plot. It's awesome, but it's not really needed. And B, it's a comic book movie. Find some way for them to fight here. I don't know, just have him already Captain America or not frozen yet, just some point where they could fight each other, and it's kind of cooler. Him at the very beginning versus him at the very end. It's actually kind of awesome when you think about it.
Also, not only that, if he had fought... Okay, fine, I'll go along with that. I don't agree that they should do that, but Captain America would be in his World War II outfit as well, which... yes.
I guess what I'm getting to is that's a long time we have here in New York to basically have nothing furthered. So when we do get the important moments here, like Stark's dad, Roger's love, the worst de-aging wig combination in human history, because that's two things now we must never let happen again. I just feel drained in these moments and not as invested, even though they're handled very well. But I'll say this,
It's your problem.
I remember these awkward or pointless moments. Every time I see this, I completely forget that one of the main players, Black Widow, dies in this movie. At first, it's not bad, as her and Hawkeye go to get the Soul Stone and have to figure out who's going to sacrifice themselves to get it. The moment they share does work, and even has a little comedy with them fighting over who's going to do it.
Tell my family I love them.
Tell yourself.
But when she finally goes out, it is so empty. I like Hawkeye fine, but he wasn't even in Infinity War, and I didn't even notice. I would notice if Black Widow wasn't there, and they booted her out before even giving her a standalone movie. Even when Hawkeye returns to deliver the bad news, I completely forgot her and Banner had a relationship. It's like it just disappeared. They forgot about it.
That's
Did they
your
even
fault!
Looked at each other in this?
We have to make it.
Yes, they did.
We will.
They said... They literally were like, "Hey," but you know, not in Endgame. They said it in Infinity War. You forgot that?
It not only feels like it's piggybacking off Stark's and Rogers' end, but it also feels like it's piggybacking off Gamora's end, as that's where she died as well. It just feels so wrongly underwhelming. So, like I said, this movie is still good, but that's a lot of post-it notes in this past hour, man.
Please.
However, the film does get back on track the closer it gets to its finale. The Nebula getting caught by a past version of Thanos, yeah, she's pretty good at that.
Yeah, right.
He has a vision of himself succeeding in the future with a past version of Gamora.
Hey!
Dude doesn't even flinch when he's watching his own death. Hardcore goth.
I know.
They get all the stones and attach it to Iron Man's glove, as it looks like the Hulk is the only one who has enough strength to snap, as it would kill anyone else.
Honey.
Hawkeye's phone rings, revealing his wife on the other end, and... Again, I know it feels like I'm shitting on this movie a lot. It feels like they shouldn't have done that.
Why?
Because now we know it worked, and we're just waiting for all the heroes to come back. I don't know, maybe if he called his wife, but Thanos attacked before we could see if she picked up, or maybe if Thanos attacked before even seeing if Hulk completed the snap, like we don't know if he did or not. Just a little small thing like that would really go a long way.
Okay.
Because during this fight, we know it already works, so we're just waiting for the heroes to come in and save the day. Like the suspense and tension is reduced down by a lot. Like, wouldn't it mean more if they were going into this battle not knowing if everybody was back? They could be the last of the heroes left. They're probably not going to make it, but they're going to fight anyway. Wouldn't it mean more? Aside from that, this scene is pretty goddamn well done.
Yes, it is.
Captain America and Iron Man team up with... There's my goddamn Thor! And it's smart to give Thanos a little dialogue to show this is a slightly different version, yet he still has the same plan.
And as long as there are those that remember what was, there will always be those that are unable to accept what can be.
I agree, as many do. It would have been nice if this was the original Thanos that did the snap and everything. But
whatever.
Again, I get it. With this story, this is about as close as we're going to get.
Yeah, okay.
It's just the three of them, and then
I couldn't believe that
the
shit.
first Avenger, who may end up being the last Avenger, resulting in him being worthy enough to lift.
The Thor's hammer! Yeah! One of the best moments.
This Thor could lift it. I kind of feel like anybody could.
Oh, shut up.
Captain Sam, can you hear me?
But then, we get the grand return of all the heroes who were blipped from existence. Yeah, I'll just say it. Seeing Black Panther as the first one back to life does hit a little different.
It does. Ebon back!
You could bottle that into instant tears.
No.
Everybody returns to fight Thanos' massive army.
Spider-Man!
Retreat. And like I've mentioned, everything from this point on is
amazing.
Perfection. This isn't just a great climax, it's the great climax. Top of my head, Star Wars and Return of the King are the only films that have a climax as equally big, epic, and fulfilling.
Yes.
Everything feels earned. Every character has a great moment.
Absolutely.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched this long shot and played different epic music over it. These two go best, by the way.
What? Wait!
Long shot and play different epic music over it.
I think I know what.
These two go best.
The Battle of the Mounds. I wonder if that's the one where his family is killed at the very beginning. But Ride of the Rohirrim. I might make a short just doing that, you know. Oh, that would make me cry like nothing else.
That's by the way.
Yeah.
It's so grand in both a comic book way and a cinematic way that every theater on opening night basically had splooge cleanup in every seat.
You took
Yeah, also everything from me.
I don't even know who you are.
You will.
Basically every interaction I've had with a really angry fan who doesn't like a review I did.
Out, bring it out! Get the chain!
She's got help.
Forced, but awesome.
Panderers, assemble!
Yeah, Panderers.
Yeah, I know, for all the forced moments in this, I eventually end up overlooking because of this climax. Somehow every woman on the team conveniently being right next to each other, rather than just giving the best known one her own movie and instead killing her off so she's not included in this moment. But
that is true.
Feels pretty lame.
Okay, fine.
I know I'm not the only one to say it,
Okay.
but I'd much rather watch all the women from The Boys beat the shit out of
Yeah!
It just feels a lot more authentic to me.
All right.
Stark knows his Strange can't say how to win the day, but he can point it out.
I am inevitable.
Oh, you did that on purpose. Yeah.
Fertilizer.
Iron Man.
Snap is made, getting rid of the evil army. Even cleverly matched the shot of Thanos against the sunset as he
Yes.
fades away.
Yes.
First superhero to start the MCU gets his emotional end.
Yeah.
Mr. Stark.
With his surrogate son.
I don't feel so good.
Oh.
Tony. We're gonna be okay.
With his surrogate son.
You've seen Phase 5, you know that's not true. Downey Jr.'s acting is perfectly heartbreaking, with him not saying a word, yet still delivering an emotional, quiet, and completely earned send-off. Well, Hulk better heal up so he can put that glove with the Infinity Stones back on so he can bring Stark back to life. Oh, wait, what am I thinking? Yeah. He could just use the Time Stone for that. They still got that. Oh, just don't question it, go out on a high note. I'm all right with that.
What the hell? Actually, that's a good point. Why didn't they do that?
Every character he's interacted with shows up at his funeral, even ones that just made an appearance in one film. And you know a franchise is successful when a raccoon can cry next to a talking tree and it doesn't feel weird.
Well, how's Guardians of the Galaxy back together again?
Yeah, it doesn't last very long.
Thor to plan their lackluster sequels. The team has to go back in time to return what they took. You know, minus the past Tesseract, past Loki, past Nebula, past Thanos, and his entire past army. Yet none of these missing pieces will affect anything. But the captain ends up staying in the past with Carter and shows up years later, just seconds after he left.
Which is weird, but okay.
Try some of that life Tony was telling me to get.
Evans plays this old version of himself so well with such great makeup, I had to check and actually see if that was him. The way it's acted, written, and directed, it feels like a fitting end to this character was given so much, yet surprisingly doesn't steal anything from Stark's death just a few moments earlier. He even hands over his iconic shield.
Because there's a way for him to be back, let's be honest, and he's not dead.
How does it feel?
Yeah.
Like it's someone else's.
It is. Give it to Bucky.
Yeah, well, it should happen that way too.
Thank you.
Just be on the lookout for bombs. And on a wonderfully quiet note, the captain enjoying the life he thought he would never have. They even have the signatures of the original Avengers. Naturally for their return. Again, we'll see how that goes. But holy smokes, what a wrap-up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there are problems. Yes, it's not as good as Infinity War, but the moments that are strong are some of the best in any Marvel movie. The last act of this film is so spectacular, it's like the Frost and Nixon interviews. It practically erases any of the issues from before.
Yeah.
And honestly, for what these...
When the president does it, it isn't illegal.
I'm sorry? I love that little scene there, you know. It's spectacular. You know, it shows the true corruption of Republicans, and people are still too stupid to see it. Fuck!
Filmmakers had to put together and the amount of time they had and how many movies they had to work off of and just how amazingly this all came together, knowing how difficult it is just to make one movie. It's still hugely impressive. This film turned out as well as it did. As well as, honestly, all of these films did.
Oh, yeah.
Even the ones that aren't so great. I mean, yeah, it's still one of those things where you go, how did this even happen? This strange point in cinematic history where this many films were made that were connected this closely. With so much money, so much planning, in such a short amount of time. And this movie feels like the perfect finish for that. Hell, even with the problems it does have, it does kind of feel like it's working in the problems of the other films. Like, this really is a perfect interpretation, a perfect sum up of the evolution of all the MCU films.
Yeah.
It speaks for itself how iconic and memorable it is, and whether it ends up being topped or not, this finale and the MCU in general will remain one of the most impressive, long-running cinematic risks in all of movie history. It was an amazing achievement, they assembled. And that was Avengers Month. I know those superhero movies were incredibly long, so you deserve something different. It's DC.
Damn. Really? Damn. Wow. What a ride. Yeah. He's doing Superman too, which is great. Yeah. I know he's going to bitch on it though. Oh my God. Oh. He's probably not going to bitch on it as much as Man of Steel though. I'm telling you that right now. He just hates Snyder. It's crazy, but we're going to have that whole debate. So, you know I'm going to be wearing my Superman shirt. Yeah. Now, again, I had no idea. I mean, is that why people were saying that this bad? Like, oh, they didn't like it that much. It's just like y'all can't ever appreciate anything. Yeah, Doug is is kind of talking out of his ass on a little bit of these things. But, you know, some of them he was actually pretty right about. I don't know. But again, he is absolutely right. It's good stuff, and like the fact that they actually pulled this shit off is spectacular. Even that within itself, you know. I don't know. The Russo brothers coming back for Doomsday and Secret Wars? I think they are. I don't know. And what the hell are they going to do about Doomsday? Because again, it's supposed to be Doom. And it's going to be Iron Man playing Doctor Doom. Imagine they pull it out from under us, and it's like, yeah, Tony Stark and Reed Richards went to the same school in this universe, and that's how they became or whatever. It's supposed to be Victor Von Doom, I'm sure. Or maybe Stark actually just like calls himself that just to like change his identity and just spite Reed Richards. I saw Fantastic Four: First Steps, and I liked that movie. It was really good, honestly. Wasn't the best, but it was pretty damn good. I mean, yeah, I have high hopes for this next Avengers movie. I know, whatever, it's not the finale, but you know, frankly, the MCU needs this resurrection. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When the hell are those commercials coming out? By the way, I can't wait for that trailer. I mean, we already saw Brand New Day, so when the hell are we getting these Avengers Doomsday trailers? Come on, people. We already got some awesome trailers this year. What's going on? But yeah, I love this. I'm excited for Superman, and, you know, keep the superheroes coming, Mark. You should have done all the freaking MCU movies, but whatever. Yeah, so I loved it. Hope you loved it too. And please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content. And subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to all my latest videos. And I'll see you all in the next video. Oh, jeez, God.